Good morning, y'all. Excuse me. Allergies. Today it's overcast. It's about 9:30 and Hazel and I are headed over to my friend's house. Now yesterday was a very trying to find an adjective. There are so many that would cover what I want to say, but it was a difficult day, we'll say that. Now, this poor guy is 80-something, doesn't have much family left to speak of, and his niece that was going to do all these miraculous things for him has not done anything. So, first of all, he's got stuff he hasn't even looked at in years, and more importantly, the stuff is such that he will never use it, ever. He has a lot of expensive tools. Some of them he's never used. He has a lot of hobby stuff that he has not used since I've known him. Gosh, let's see. The list goes on and on. Now, I have talked him out of some furniture that he thought he needed to take, which he's not going to have room for, y'all. We went and looked at one place yesterday, and we had to peek through the windows because the guy did not show up. He was not happy with the way it looked. So he's going to have to do a little attitude adjustment, and I'm going to try to help him with that and be as diplomatic as possible, but he's going to have to face facts, and that's all there is to it. Now, he had a new washing machine, which he's only had for about a month and a half, and it broke down on him completely. I've never seen a washing machine behave like that ever in all the years I've owned them. But anyway, I called Lowe's, and I think we have that straightened out. But there are things here in Southern California, and I'm sure in other places too, and there are senior communities, and they're made up of twin homes. Now, a twin home is like a duplex, only the garages, the little one-car garages, are in the middle. So you are not sharing a wall with the person next door. They all have washer and dryer connections in them. They all have backyards. Some of them have one bathroom, some of them have two. I have spent hours looking for something that would be in his price range. Now, he has to have 2 bedrooms because he's got to have a caregiver, whether it's me or somebody else. He does everything for himself. He's even driving. I rode with him yesterday. He drives pretty good. I didn't really see any like dangerous driving habits. So, you know, he takes himself to the doctor. He can go to the grocery store. He can go to the bank. But he needs help doing things such as handling things, like the thing with the washing machine. He just can't figure that out. Now, he was married for a very long time to a wonderful woman, and she handled everything. So, you know, he drove a truck for 30 years. He was out on the road all the time, so she handled everything. Home repairs, acquisitions, the banking, the car maintenance. I mean, so you know, all he knew how to do was drive a truck. I mean, he's pretty much still the same way. So that's what he needs a caregiver for, really, and company. You know, he gets lonely. So, hence the need for a 2-bedroom. Now, these not townhomes, but little twin homes are all there are that meet his requirements in his price range. And he's just going to have to come to the understanding that he's not going to have a big old house anymore. And he can't, I mean, he could live in an apartment, but it'd be really hard. He wouldn't have any place for his little dog to go out by herself. He would have to accompany her every single time. It's not always easy to find a place that will accept animals. It's better now than it used to be, but it's still not that easy. And to find an apartment that has washer and dryer or even connections, they're $1,800 or more. That is way, way out of his price range. So I found 4 more for him to consider, and I'm going to be making phone calls this morning and hopefully line up some stuff to go and look at today. The other thing that can be a barrier is some places want your income to be 2 to 2.5 times the rent. That's crazy. I mean, who makes that kind of money? If you make that kind of money, you can afford to buy a house, for Pete's sakes. But also, of course, there are 2 wage earners that can afford it if they both have good jobs. 2 retired people, on the other hand, not so much. So that's just a little update. I don't know how often I'll be able to make a video in the next little bit. There's going to have to be a lot of cleaning out of junk and even more downsizing of furniture. So that takes time and it takes effort, y'all. So please don't be worried about me if I don't put out a video in a couple of days, or if I'm not answering your comments. As always, I read them all, and put a question mark in the front of your comment if you have something that you want me to address, and I definitely will take time for that. So y'all do something fun today, and Hazel and I will talk to you again, and we